Alright, kind of running a little bit late, sorry about that. We're getting smoked by a storm at the moment, so I wanted to go through and like back up my saves and everything weekend and come back Monday with whatever save file I had. Speaking of which, alright, let's go. Okay, so the last thing we did was talk to the mail order husband guy, who I think was over here? No, but I didn't talk to this guy.
The young man leans back, his gaze slowly tracing your outline. Both of his eyes drift outwards, as if pulled by different horizons.
Hold up. Before you say a word, are you single? Or is this punishment for my voluminous sins?
I have a girlfriend, she lives in the telephone.
Lucky for her, I'm a respectful man. Most days. Now, tell me how I can help you today.
This must be the heavy-set Rustami and the bartender at the Fog Mirror saw with virtue.
The business of you. You walk in here, you parlay with me, you already have sold. The other half? I'll take care of that. Order my services. My name is Gold Eyes. I'm a man of many endeavors. The one and only.
Is your name because you know?
The eyes? Sure. You ever seen a goat? Their eyes are all bugged out. Well, you know they have that savagery inside them. I respect the goats. That's why I picked the name myself.
Goats can't be trusted until we fully assess their jump physics.
Tell you what, you come up with some theories, I'll sell the t-shirts.
The ruler of a future kingdom, his throne already concrete in his mind.
Nah, I'm no Kizak boy. I come here to work, and I go home. That's about it. And getting better by the day. It's not what it was even 10 years ago. Cleaner, you know? You won't see a Recreacion fan catching a screwdriver to the stomach. But hey, I like tourists with money. And tourists love Kizak. It's got colors, it's got music. No better place to pass through before heading home. Born and raised in Lower Vudas. An hour away by tram, if the lines hold. My mother's a Rustam woman, inland blood. Came to Portofino with her parents when she was 11. She raised me on hibiscus tea and stories about the commune.
The dream of Rustam. For 80 years, there were no kings or bosses, only rotating councils, grain cooperatives, and radio poets. As the developed world spread, the dream cracked.
I need to stare into his goaty eyes.
He stares right back, blinking slowly.
It's quiet. If you're used to shouting, neighborhood's made up of 14 towers. Astor had it built in the 50s, for immigrants mostly. We got a barber, Timo, who does solid tattoos, old Khalchi selling candles out the windows, best bakeries in town. You should visit, bring your friends. Who else is gonna do it? You know how tourist pamphlets have colored maps? Our view, this is orange, you know, for dangerous. Sure, but you won't find any of that unless you're looking for it. Neighborhood business is neighborhood business. Old people, they think Lower Vudas should clean up, look decent. We're not the ones scared of poverty. The GMs, half of them owe me money. Some grew up in Viudas. We fried plantains on the same radiators. Is Maurito still working the bazaar? Yeah? It's good. It be in boar season and all. If I were to stay away from anyone, it'd be the Carabineros. These fuckers don't fix problems. They pull them out like teeth. Someone's been telling you little lies. Don't let them talk poison through you. That's a dark road. Take a break. I have a lot to offer. Vespa. Friend of yours. How can I help? Yeah, must have been 4, maybe 5 years ago. Man, feels weird hearing his name.
So that's it. He's gone. Asset virtue. Confirmed. Zeroed out.
We used to talk, you know, as professional men. Within reason. He got me good. I was selling questionable hashish down in Party Alley at the time. I didn't see him get close. He taps me on the shoulder, turn around, and there's the asshole, standing in his little GM outfit.
You recall Vespar speaking of his time in the Guardia Municipal, a decade of low-stake days.
Vespar made it clear he wouldn't leave me alone. I could either talk to him once in a while, or get long daily visits wherever I did. It was as he said. We'd chat. Within a couple of years, he became a carabinero. I was moving up too. The talks became less regular. Better that way. Line of duty. That's what the obituary said. Didn't mention the specifics. It's been years. But I'm sure it was the usual shit. Mourned by his brothers, fell in steadfast service to Portofino. You know, all that honor talk. It was on all the front pages. Carabineros don't die every day. When they do, they get these fancy pieces published. Only 2 possibilities. His own brothers failing the Brotherhood, or the Azuris. Figure it was the Azuris.
Portofero's largest organized crime syndicate, who he no doubt works for.
News of a dead Carabinero usually comes with jokes and shit talk. Maybe drinks. But sure as the Cape boys were quiet, so were the Azuris. He'd been on the shit list for a while, I'm sure. Maybe he pissed off one of the Pecans. Doesn't matter. The uniform's reason enough. And Vespar didn't look too good the last time we met. Like he knew something ugly was coming.
The young man stares at you for a long time.
As much as Vespar's outfit bothered me, you stand by everything your employer does, Habibti? There's this old Rastamian saying my grandmother liked. Some truths arrive already carrying a shovel. There was a chance encounter. Saw him in East Kisok. He had this sad box of frozen shrimps in one hand, a bag full of booze under his arm. I told him, man, the fuck you doing all the way out here? Vespar. He grinned like an asshole. Fucking supply run. I followed him back to his place. Crashing there more like. Some dingy little apartment. Not his. Rig 2. His guerrilla office, he called it. We hung out for an hour or so. And then he told me he needed to get back to it. Showed me the door. Habibti, who do you think I am? I told that fuck to roll with me. I wanted to get some solid food in him. Put him in a swanky room for the night. Get him out of there.
I want to be in a swanky room for the night.
This bitch put that smile on again and said, "Sure, give me an address. Maybe I'll find my way there." Yeah, but before I left, he had a question. It was about the day he first approached me. You know, our chats. The deal back then was that I wouldn't talk to him about lower Vudas, ever. I was firm, you know? No talking about my people. What I would have done if I'd only had two choices that day. Turning on my people, or a gun in my mouth. I put two fingers in my mouth as I replied. The spark gave me a hug and just said, "My man." And then he pushed me out the door. That was that. We still fuck carabineros every day, as far as I'm concerned. But I'm willing to give him a pass. Yeah. Something more cheerful, huh? Baby, not only am I a businessman, I am a purveyor of taste. I curate high-class aesthetics and deliver low-overhead miracles. Sometimes it's fashion, sometimes it's conversation pieces. And I got fresh weed, too.
Fuck, the lockpick's pretty expensive, but maybe it'll pay off.
Breaking into houses and hearts. All right, tell me what's on your mind. I'll be seeing you.
There's something to do down here, but what is it? Oh, no I don't. It's just telling me that I have a new map. So on Wednesday I talked to some drunk guy that works for the telephone company. I didn't really, like, wrap up the conversation because I was trying to, like, get a move on because I was getting tired. Now I'm trying to remember where the fuck he is.
Small white flowers have opened up at the touch of a sunbeam. Tight buds unfurling. Pale, fragile things. A delicate fragrance rises from the bush. Jasmine. You breathe in jasmine and cold air. Soft and thin as hope. When you were quite small, there was a jasmine plant that trailed over the neighbor's fence. Knowing they could be made into tea, you took a flower and popped it into your mouth one autumn morning. You blink. An hour has passed. The sunbeam is passing too. slanted aluminium box is bolted into the pylon's spine. Beneath the friendly dolphin emblem, the word Renotel was etched into the metal. Cold and hard, but the playful smile remains. Inside, a slab of beige plastic, an old terminal. Behind a clouded sheet of polyglass, the screen remains black. No buttons on the outer housing that you can see. No glowing standby light. Your fingers find a steel drawer. It slides out with a creak, revealing a keyboard designed for gloves, each key a chunky slab. A low wavering whine. Behind glass, the cathode ray tube flickers once, twice, then flashes white. System waking. Please wait. Mem check. 00016 KB. OK ports. Com1, Com2, AUX, trunk. Welcome to Renotel Control version 1.2. Copyright 87 Renotel. Available commands. 1. Line diag. 2. Trunkmon. 3. Network. So the name suggests. As for what kind of diagnostics? Around you, hundreds of landlines run up and down the pylon. Assuming you had some way to identify the line in question. Based on the available options, this is a maintenance terminal. You might be able to get information on the Renotel network from here. You know, for monitoring trunks.
Still sharp, still tight. Yeah, sure.
The terminal clunks, as if it's exhaling static. The screen flickers, awaiting your input. Line diagnostic mode. Enter lab. The machine's internal speaker beeps sharply. The screen flickers. You close the box.
There he is.
Back for more Metamoto?
He offers you a grin he doesn't seem to have a firm hold on.
My friend, the ambassador's wife, Lolita Calista. The only woman that will satiate Metamoto now. My friend is the ambassador. Lolita Calista and I will never be friends. We will be all, or we will be nothing. I love her searingly. Searingly. None. The terms are set. No choice in the matter. Heart burgled away. Come closer then. She is a masterpiece.
Rather than complete drunken nonsense, the senior negotiator's fingers are tracing a specific shape. Is that a hoof?
God damn it. I was hoping talking to him would give me more of a chance. So I fucked myself.
A forbidden one, conceived by an ancient master, high on blood sacrifice.
Your eyes fall on an empty can of coffee, its center crushed flat by an errant boot, rolling in disjointed rhythm across the cobbled stone. Beside you, you're aware of the senior negotiator fidgeting.
There is, so much of her.
You follow it for a moment, before it lopes off behind a wall, out of sight.
There is so much of her. Too much of her to hold in the mind. In one holding. So you understand my predicament.
He looks up at you with a small shine in his eyes. I hope that you are aligned.
Each to their own, but she's too big for my tastes.
The man looks at you with something like horror, but worse.
I fear you don't understand true beauty.
He rubs the invisible slate clean of his Lolita tracing and softly blows the air.
None. No choice in the matter. At one tiresome function or another. I don't recall, I was too astounded by the primal synchronicity. Like the day meeting the night. Ineffable. Ephemeral. Here in Portofino? No. Here at my personal nadir, strewn upon the gravel? I would say affirmative. In the vulgar sense or the spiritual sense? Unrequited. Emphasis on the un. The essence of my tragedy. I cannot concur. High tragedy. La Ballade du Frère le Jeune. I don't care to get into it. The boy has embarrassed himself enough.
Alcohol was the key. Ply him with the stuff.
Devious, but not unattractive.
I see my inventory.
Yes, I think I'll take it. We've made a deal, strange woman. A deal sealed and done.
He throws the alcohol back down his throat, eyes open wide, staring at the sky.
Metamoto is back at the table. So, yes, the little reunion we had at Reno's. The one that's rendered me gravel-bound. Fred was also in attendance. The prize train was in circulation, being shown off to a trusted few. A moment's distraction, a stray placement. Fred saunters in from the kitchen, wreathed in smiles, fails to scan the landing zone. Sits right on it. The crack, splintered plastic, a gunshot through the soul. Freddy knew instantly what he'd done. I also knew, but for the boy's sake, pretended not to notice. That will be one of 1,000 pressures assailing the boy, but it will be a significant one. Bigger occasions have fallen through for less. You hate to see it in the professional game. Mine? Mine. He did not. Fortuitous. Fred would have been banished from the tower immediately. But he will notice if he hasn't already. Not a toy, a model, a grown-up toy maybe, but for looking only. I personally have never before seen him disintegrate a model train, but it's not the first time he struck an own goal at a social gathering. Fred has killer instinct, robust at the table, but socially, the dial reads Dread 0. The jeune stayed seated on the wreckage for almost 2 hours until things got elucid enough for him to make his play. He seized a moment of distraction, then, limping slightly, off he snuck to stash the body. I didn't see where he put the main part. He scampered off to a dark corner of the pied-à-terre to conduct his beastly business. Well, the other part is in the reliable hands of Metamoto. I am, of course, one of his oldest and most financially lucrative double hitter. I took the train for Frederick's sake. Plausible deniability, pour le jeune. Major asset at the table. No, I like to hold on to it. Wow.
Suddenly sentimental, the emotional quick change of a ravaged alcoholic.
No. This is beyond all that agony. Different flavor. This train makes me think of her. And it is, of course, my friend the ambassador's wife, Lolita Calista.
Got a +2 modifier, but my fucking option is still 1.
Goodbye.
I get another +1 there, which actually puts it up to 3. Oh, because I have -1 on my current gloves. Let's see what that changes.
His half-hooded eyes struggle to locate yours. Give it to him straight. Save him from this gigantic delusion he's created.
She's as real as you. Realer. Her dimensions. Abuse the space around her. My friend, the ambassador, is also real, but less real to me than his wife. You are a heretic of love. No train for you. Goodbye. Be well.
Fair enough, Oscar.
The bald man watches on as you approach, his frown deepening with each step.
Dressed up like a compromise.
His shirt is low enough to expose a tangle of chest hair. Deliberate, wild, oddly indecent.
I chose this. You settled.
Fair enough.
A wasted figure is a despicable figure. You're from Mercia, yes? Immigrant parents, then? Your cheekbones, too, very angular. Rouse. I don't sell clothes. I sell transformations. Transformations which generate epochs that capture the delicate moment between the before and the after. You've fallen prey to dissociation. What you need is to reunify your inner and outer self. This is a common mistake, and it must be rectified before any proper tailoring can begin. That's insecurity talking. A proper suit would rid you of that impulse. Of course you will.
I don't have any business with him right now. Okay. Rusty iron gates, rusty iron gates. There was a place that needed lock picked. I think it might actually be where I'm heading right now. But first, payphone to the west.
Drift away, Stardust. I'm a second-hand dream dealer, but I'm the only dream you got.
You don't recognize the song.
Oh, yeah, sick. Very teen.
Are you being serious? You don't know Ultravioleta?
Ultravioleta, Illusian pop star, the one who seems to be everywhere suddenly.
Is that outfit your middle-aged history teacher costume? Don't be mean. We're representing the Ultras right now. It's not her fault she looks that way. This is what we call fan shifting. We become Ultravioleta, and we sing her songs as an act of faith and love.
Is it earnest or ironic? Your head swims.
Why do you have that? How did you get that? That's secret UV lore, not for someone like you.
The adolescents will only open up to those they recognize as their own. This may call for a disguise.
Sure.
You pick up the payphone's handset. A dolphin emblem smiles at you, its eyes wide. You can almost feel the texture of its wet, rubbery skin. Soft, smooth. It's just a little plastic dolphin. There's no way you're actually getting satisfaction from this. Fine, but some soul searching may be required once you're done. You step away from the payphone. You pick up the payphone. You step away. You pick up
Nope,
the payphone.
I don't want to pick up the payphone
You
again.
Step away. The cleaning tuk-tuk with its soap bubbles and secrets seems almost prestigious now. The old padlock, under stresses it could not possibly endure, shudders and pops open. The small space is tightly packed. In the corner is a selection of buckets, a rack of brooms and mops mounted on the wall above them. Bottles of cleaning solution are tucked into every free space, with names like Zyfrox, Extra Clean, Shine and Shimmer. Your eyes land on a shapeless garment in a disconcertingly meaty shade of pink. There's a zipper on the back and a large tinted window at the front. A viewport out, but not in. Anything that obscures your face is good, when this suit has the advantage of obscuring your humanity completely. The suit slides off the rack and into your hands. The tuk-tuk remains in its place.
Am I not just about to deal with those people right now, actually? No, I guess not. Why is that on my list of things to fuck with?
The desk is as you left it.
Here's some more coke. For protection. Naturally.
You turn from the desk. You can make out an impression.
Okay. I don't understand why that white check is still listed, but...
This is the one. The payphone that makes people disappear. AKA the phone everybody knows is tapped. The receiver emits a hollow whisper in your ear. You hear only the reverberation of your own voice, amplified by the phone. Still half hoping for something to happen, you put the receiver down. Nothing happens. They probably listen in through the wire. Try making a call and then saying the words. A lance of dread pierces your sternum at the thought of it.
Well, there's not much I can do to up my...
You hang up the... You step into the booth and press the receiver of the phone that makes people disappear.
You call that a noof where I
You
came
imagine
from?
the scene. Tempo's associate, clutching this very receiver to his face and whispering something that included the keywords you were about to say, connected in ways you do not yet understand. And you hear yourself mark a number.
Guardia Municipal, state your location and the nature of your emergency.
Emergency is the last word you need to hear right now. A reminder of the danger you're deliberately putting yourself in.
You know, it was kind of funny at the beginning, when it was just the old man. But it's wearing really thin now.
The line goes dead without another word. Seconds go by. A house sparrow swoops through the alleyways. Distant cheering from the market stalls comes and goes. You are still there, alone. Maybe this whole thing is a wild goose chase. You could just be grasping at straws. Spared from catastrophic error by your own incompetency. You hang up.
Alright, what's all this shit that I just picked up?
You find yourself before the strange tree once more. Yellow tree. You leave the mystic.
Can't win them all, can't win any of them, apparently. Who the fuck are you?
Hey, you. You're new to the scene, aren't you?
A young man in a long, colourful puffer jacket with an oversized collar stands guard.
Really? I haven't seen you around. But maybe it's a good sign. Maybe the scene isn't as dead as it seems. My name is Kurt, by the way. Kisok, born and raised.
Is he not a bit too old to be speaking in this manner?
See this jacket I'm wearing? A product of the local scene. Custom made by one of the tailors here. Pretty cool, huh?
Highly skilled hands have made this.
It's one of a kind. Check out this zipper. It's got a pair of fangs on it.
Wow, that's so cool.
But you know what's not cool? Some of the official heat I've been feeling as of late.
The man stares at you with a long, stern look of hesitation.
I've bowled too hard. The streets of Portofino have not been ready for such a display of style. And to be honest, I haven't been ready either. This cool jacket? The party alley tailor made it for me, but I never paid for it. I owe him money, I have no money, and I cannot show my face around the art of the scene. I never intended to. Ever since some new faces started popping up, I felt an undying need to improve my game for any potential scene crossovers.
This man is enamored by aesthetics and lacks fundamental awareness of anything else.
I'm a local guy. Been around here all my life. He knows my dad as well. And we signed a contract. I know fuck all about contracts. But I got the jacket. I felt exhilarated even. But I haven't been able to come up with the money. Haven't even had a single crossover. We signed a contract, as I said, but I was too excited to remember anything about the total cost. Maybe it was a lot, maybe it wasn't a lot at all. But the jacket is baller. I suspect and fear it was a lot. Can you find out how much money I owe him? What if it's impossible to pay back? What if other people find out that I am bowling on borrowed time? It would spell disaster for the scene. Thank you so much.
Sure, just
Go
give
to
me
the Party Alley
XP.
Plaza. It's east from here. There's a tailor named Bruce.
Yeah, I know who you're
I'll be
talking
sure
about.
to make it worth your while. See you on the scene.
The trio goes silent again as you approach.
Back.
You can feel sick. The trio goes silent again as you approach.
Back.
Street's blocked. Go another way. Nothing that concerns you.
You can ask the GMs. We're not doing anything that isn't permitted. Apartments.
They share a look between all three of them. The woman, tapping her shoe, snorts a laugh. Foreign accent, questions about the area. You're nothing but a lost tourist.
The housing campaign.
An apartment block housing hundreds of families who were displaced after their original homes were seized by eminent domain. Victims of the city's...
Perhaps you are lost.
You can feel 6 eyes on your back as...
Well, that didn't work out. The fuck did I have on my head? Nothing?
The trio goes.
Back.
You can feel.
Operant. It? That ineffable, inexplicable quality essential to success in theater. Frequently discussed, rarely demonstrated. Depends. Do you want to grab reality by the face, tear off a false skin, and stare into the abyss of stars inside her skull?
Oh yeah, that sounds awesome.
There was a time when someone believed you might, seeing as they trusted you to set up the opera's last Portaferro network. Didn't turn out so hot, if reports are accurate. And yet, here you are, back on the scene. That suggests your it levels haven't totally flatlined. One of the most difficult questions in it studies. Driven more than a chair of operants and math prodigies to stark, raving insanity. Given that, the consensus seems to be better not lose it in the first place. Till next time, operant.
On the wall above, mounted like the taxidermied head of a bull moose, is a toilet. Scratched and yellowed porcelain, a notable smudge on the lip of the sea, brownish. The smudge is not what it appears to be, not the most obvious suspect at least.
I am a student of the unknown. I must know, even if it causes me psychic damage.
From across the room, the bartender notices your gaze and the expression on your face.
Don't worry. The smudge on the rim is just blood. 83. Kisok versus Recreación. The referee sent Peña off on a bullshit call. A riot ensued, as per tradition. Someone ripped a toilet right out of the washroom wall and chucked it at the Recreación supporters.
It's a misty, watercolored memory for her. Kisok's pride, the moment it all peaked, when all the madness and meaning in the world swelled into one glorious, unstoppable wave. Countless injuries were reported in the aftermath of the incident, and 2 fatalities confirmed. The bartender gives a small, approving nod in your direction.
The magazine office.
The intercom is covered by a protective plastic film. A button embossed in the shape of a cheerful dolphin shines at the bottom. Yet another device bearing the Renotel emblem, only recently installed too. Tautening the outer defenses. The indicator light flicks on. A high-pitched whine from the speaker. After a second, a voice emerges through the static.
Is it working? Can you hear me? Oh, that's good. I never know if I'm pressing the right thing. Yes, actually. We aren't exactly open to the public, so this is just a light security measure. Sorry, I'm still getting used to it.
The intercom looks expensive. The interference suggests a building-wide system. Nothing light about the security.
Correct. That's us. Oh, wonderful. I'll unlock the door for you. On Mama.
You're through. Now keep your seams together. Play the poet persona to the hill. Poetry's easy. Make it short, make it vague, speak in rhyme.
I do not have anything that helps me with poetics.
Rubbish is piled so high it overflows the rim of the metal container. The sanitation crews are running behind schedule. The layers of detritus are many days deep. A whole history of discarded artifacts is piled up in front of you. This bin is an archive. Search it and you may conjure the recent history of this place. This calls for deep urban forensics.
Fuck!
You jump up to the rim and let your upper body descend into the rotting wastescape. It's like you're entering the putrid lands of some dark fantasy. Like the pulpy dreck you used to read as a child, with titles like Ditch Wader, The Gore Chamber, and the Dreadlance Trilogy. Somewhere in your mind, an ancient motor grinds to life.
Let's finger the vermin lair.
A tight cavern opens before you. Wretched squeaks echo across the stone walls and reach your ears from the distance. Rocks scratch and cut your arms and legs as you push through the gap. Eventually, you emerge into much larger space, where the walls crawl with a throng of scabby rats. You must not show fear. Any sign of it and they will swamp you with their diseased mass. You step into the middle of the room. 100 rats scatter up the walls to get away from you. One hangs directly above, unable to hold any longer and falls, triggering your doom. Leave the vermin of your fantasy behind and focus instead on the trophy you have earned from the trash container. It's a small collection of lacerated zip cuffs, typically used by enforcers as an easy way to physically restrain threats or detainees. What's stranger is having all the cuffs dumped in this single bin. Officials usually have a more ethical waste management procedure. meaning they may not be for legal use. Criminal or at least non-ethical force may be behind these. You have reached the end of this path. Everything has been recorded and will be stored within your inner archives. The rubbish container and all its spoils continue to rot through time.
Well, yeah, I got that new thought, didn't I? Statehood, shadow play. Gotta assess whether you or others have it. Failing red checks, temporary lose, reinforced effects, gain, relation disadvantage. Yeah, fuck it. Never mind, I only have one skill point.
Bagman gestures wildly on the television screen. This is the ad for the reality situation you've seen before. The sounds from the commercial. Sprawled in front of you is a huge control panel, written lopsidedly on a strip of tape. Waterlock controls. Don't touch. It looks exactly how you imagine the cockpit of a flying machine would. Work this out, and you should be able to drain the water outside. You leave the control panel. The large pipe outside the window catches your eye again as you turn away from the console. The control panel remains. The controls, but sequential logic applies. Operating the controls in a specific order will lower the water outside. First, press the red button. Pretty standard for a hydraulic pump. The switch and lever suggest a mechanical interlock. Hard to gauge which one comes first without trying. For now, the red button. Work out the rest after. A short, powerful hiss of water resounds in the plumbing, then stops as soon as you let go of the button. First step confirmed. Sluice cycle initiated. Next, either switch or lever.
Go with the switch.
The metal switch flips the on with a heavy, satisfying thunk. That's the sound of being technically correct. Next, the lever. A hum of machinery runs through the walls. That woke it up. No warning lights, no worrisome noise. Keep going. Nothing appears to happen. Best guess, toggle for a humidity sensor, or pressure relief for a bypass pipe. Ignore it. It's irrelevant.
Poor little button. Sorry for bothering you.
The button remains nestled in its place, oblivious to your thoughts. As you suspected, the button releases a stream of water somewhere when it is held down. The hiss turns into a trickle, and then stops entirely. The water won't drain unless it has somewhere to go. You leave the control panel, as inscrutable as ever. The large pipe outside the window. The pipe twists out from the concrete like the roots of a plumbing tree. It's a central part of the water lock mechanism. Somehow these tubes drain and pump it. An interconnected system. A simple loop.
-1 because of green button betrayal.
The city's plumbing is a secret netherworld where water and sewage flow. Invisible, inodorous, forbidden. You shouldn't even be seeing this.
I can't possibly be this technologically illiterate.
It appears you might be.
Okay.
The ins and outs of plumbed architecture aren't your strength, but you can find it in other technological fields. A large siphon in front of you gurgles angrily, almost as if it heard you. They are just pipes. The pipe twists out. They are just pipes.
Blueprints, blueprints, blueprints. Nada. Okay.
The pipe twists out from the concrete like the roots of a... Normally, a water lock would be above ground and entirely manual, but this is an annoyingly modernized version. However, the principle remains the same. There are doors at either end, and a sluice gate to lower the water inside the lock. The latter is probably located inside the largest pipe, the one you're staring at right now. Correct. The water level is up right now. If you can close the gates, it's a simple matter of figuring out which control releases the water through the sluice pipe. Indeed. And an operant should always be thorough when searching for clandestine spaces.
Well, no, we basically got told we have to shut the gates first. I wish there was like a way to filter just from like specific areas or slots. There we go. That's what I meant to say better. Question is should I drink something to put my anxiety down first? Stone Age mentality would lower all of my intellect by 2, so definitely don't want that. But we can at least slam this mezcal, I guess.
Among the many sections of the cabinet, you find a small stack of papers. The first page is filled with what looks like a set of printed instructions. 1. Read the poem silently, then aloud. Consider the line breaks and identify the meter and rhyme scheme, if any. Is the poem written in open form or closed form? A printed table labelled tetrasyllables. The first column contains hieroglyphics. The second has a series of words. Strange series of U-shaped symbols and underscores. Scansions, used to represent stressed and unstressed syllables. Prosodists have fought over whether they're worth anything for millennia. 2 types of people worship scansions. Poets too fond of structure, or tenured academics. Neither are to be trusted. Proselyusmatic, ditroche, diam, coriam, antipast, despondi. The word coriam has been circled in red pen. The same pen hanging from the younger woman's neck. The corresponding meter notation reads -UU-.
Ooh.
If you ever need it, you can now pluck that information from the archives. The paper spins in your hands with a rustle. Tutorial guidelines for the interpretation and critique of the written verse. Whoever's using these isn't trying to get better at writing poetry. They're trying to get better at reading it. Notes have been scribbled in the margins. Read aloud, line breaks, too many metaphors. 2. Paraphrase the poem. You may wish to do this with the entire poem, or line by line. If this is too confusing, focus on distinct imagery, or isolated parts first. 3. Consider the poet's word choice. Identify figures of speech, identify metaphors and/or similes if they are present. Perhaps you are a creature made for soul work. There should never have been any doubt about that. You are possessed with art. You put the papers back. The editor-in-chief's desk is somewhat orderly. A few notebooks and proofs, a terminal, and a collection of pens, laid out side by side. Among them, a luscious fountain pen glints in the artificial light. Resin cabochon and palladium finish, worth 700 sol.
Oh, yes. Thank you. It was a gift. The review's 6th anniversary. Our sponsor is supportive of the work being done here. Oh yes, the Civilization Trust has long supported our work.
Forget the pen. Talk to this woman and inquire about this trust. The desk remains un... The woman contemplates the spread of pages before her. She glances back over her shoulder as you approach.
Ah, I wasn't expecting anyone today. Have you come to submit?
No, you are here to dominate.
Fuck yeah, and dominate we will.
Persona. Don't sabotage this opportunity.
That's right. We welcome any new and aspiring poets that can meet our quality bar. Certainly. Hiya Gottschlick, Editor-in-Chief. How can I help? It's a journal of contemporary poetry. Is there anything specific you'd like to know about it? Those are all drafts of our next issue. Each page is laid out, already formatted. Now the job is to decide on their sequence. We are still a modest operation, I have to admit. For the moment, it's only myself and my sub-editor.
We keep each other company, don't we, Haya?
It's true. Even without full staffing, the printing presses still take up so much space. Yes, I suppose.
It's like she was suddenly thrust upon a stage, all her lines unrehearsed.
Well,
Haya made the review from nothing. She's more than just the boss here.
She has a lot of things to put in it. What with her triple role as custodian, janitor, and my assistant.
Janitor. That's why she's the one who let you in. She's in charge of the doors.
Our sponsor takes responsibility for staff and premises, while I remain in charge of the magazine. It's an arrangement that allows one to focus.
Keeps her mind fully on the art, doesn't it, Haya? Just what the Trust appreciates.
It's been a great help. The review is open to all genres. Lyrics, ballads, elegies, obads, pastorals, paeans, even the occasional eclogue. Yes, that's right. We'll be finished with the next issue soon, so please expect it.
Oh yeah, that's right. We talked to Heartless Guy. He told us to go to the magazine stand. Well, the community place, we found the magazine. That's why we're here. We did that on Wednesday and I completely forgot.
We're very fortunate to enjoy the support of a very small yet dedicated readership.
This is the answer she wants to give, carefully avoiding any mention of her sponsor.
At the moment, we have 262 individual subscribers. Plus, of course, schools, universities, and libraries. Well, that and of course the Civilization Trust patronage I mentioned.
Snake people.
I failed a 91%.
You big fat liar. How dare you repress your memory of that documentary? It changed something in you.
You think the trams are run by snake people too? I don't know. This driver on line 4 always seemed kind of snaky.
A pleasant memory, perhaps, but one that has not been of any use to you. In slipping from your grasp, The name of the mysterious organization is doing exactly what it's meant to do. Offer a slick surface on which the mind can find no purchase.
Like gaining modifiers. So if... No, I would have to talk to her to get a +1 or something.
I imagine you do. Of course. Ah, well, naturally. We accept submissions by mail or in person. Verse poetry only, and standard formatting rules apply. 12-point font, double-spaced. I read it first. If the work shows any promise, we'll work together on the edits to make sure it syncs. We have room for one more in our next issue. You are here to submit what you do not have. A conundrum, one must say.
A mock interview ruptures whatever coolness you thought you had in this moment.
This is a publishing house, not a writing room. Besides, this kind of environment is not conducive to the kinds of inspired verses for which we hunger. I would suggest you find your own desk to write at. You must have one at home.
There was a desk back at photo 24. The one with the red folder on it. That would work.
My advice would be to make sure it's quiet and allow yourself time to contemplate before you commit to paper. Evidence of abundant poetic reserves. In particular, those that are unflinchingly extracted. Poetry is a natural resource. Nothing more, nothing less. Your work is to mine that resource at great personal cost, and ours is to refine it into the rarefied commodity that our readers demand. Oh, it is.
Petrol fires blackening the sky over raised jungles. Mountains leveled under the ant labor of 1,000 slaves that lived and died to produce a single gleaming shard.
You have it in you, but you must be fearless in extracting it. That is impossible for me to answer. I don't have favorite poets, only favorite poems. If you're after some samples for inspiration, I recommend browsing our latest issue. Till the fields of scripture roll through the briar, make dreams out of scars, verses from fire. Not quite. I took one of LaGrace's stanzas and I tweaked it to serve as motivation for those who aspire to our pages. It's in all of our issues under the submission guidelines. That is impossible for me. If you're after some till the fields of... Isn't it? I took one of LaGrace's stanzas. Please do. Adieu.
Well, I guess. Well, can I get this
The
pen yet?
editor-in-chiefs, among them, resin cabochon and palladium finish. The desk remains undisturbed.
Guess I'll head back to photo 24 and check out the desk and rest and reset my anxiety, fatigue, and delirium. Don't really think there's anything else I can do. Plus this... Well, are there other checks that I can look at right now beforehand? Nah. Good enough.
I've moved Pseudopod into the spare room. He'll be safe in there until he recovers.
Thank you, Constance.
She gestures towards a small room with a small bed inside it. Situated on the bed, your would-be double could almost pass for a convalescent, were it not for his empty, fish-like eyes.
No, I would have to agree. He's been like that since I moved him. What about you? Are we any closer to finding out what happened to him? Oh dear. So that's where we're at, is it? Were you able to piece together what he was investigating before you arrived?
I really have to use the restroom. So I'm gonna do that now, and then I guess this is where we'll be at when I get back. I'll be right back. I got it.
And? That's good. I'm sure he left ample clues. He seemed quite diligent. You'll just have to come at it fresh tomorrow. Well, I suppose that's all. I'll get back to the desk.
She doesn't move.
I was just wondering how it feels, you know, being in theatre again. I'm not sure how this assignment compares to what you were up to at Satellite Facility B.
The existence of Satellite Facility B is closely held information. There's no way a special asset would know of its existence. Unless... your red folder.
The freezer, yes. It must be a relief to be out. You picked an interesting time to come back to Portofino. It's not the same city it was 5 years ago. For one, we've become a front line in MTER's culture blockade. The powers that be seem to have become more protective of their investment here. I should probably be asking you that question. From where I sit, it seems they're incredibly paranoid about anything that could increase our strange cousin's sway in this part of the world. Pseudopods seem to think they may even have operants working in the city right now.
You swim with sharks and jellyfish.
Then, of course, there are the anxieties about Réunion. No one can say whether in 5 years' time we'll still be part of the developed world, or whether we'll have been annexed by techno-fascists. Maybe. They're terribly organized when it comes to getting what they want. My father used to say it's because they're all of one mind.
So this rumor about Lusian imprints goes back at least a generation.
It's odd, isn't it? In some ways, I have so much more to worry about now, but it doesn't feel that way.
Heart in throat, crumpled knees against cold linoleum, a deafening pulse inside the skull. Oblivion oozes through the door frame.
Nothing, I'm afraid.
You're afraid? Do I need...
Very well.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. What of him? You? My goodness. This is why I had to ban him. He is a keen photographer of young ladies, if you catch my meaning. Well, really, just the one young lady. I suppose it's a little odd he decided to photograph you. He usually seems rather singularly focused, though you are rather the same type. Blonde, tall, rather dour. His photo orders always say Ignatz.
A name like a cat's sneeze.
Let's say no more about him. I'm thrilled that I don't know, but he's always around like a pigeon, or the smell of the canals.
I know that smell.
Anything is. I'll be here if you require anything.
The lenses, camera bodies, flashes, and other indiscernible parts littering the workbench give off an alien and slightly intimidating aura. Nestled among the camera gear, a black cardboard box with a red band immediately catches your eye. Sidewinder, 9mm. You are not a craftswoman. You have nothing to do here. For now. You return to the... You are not a craft. You approach your double's bedside. His breathing does not change.
Can't help but notice your designated lead.
In another life, you are both earnestly selling your cotton wares, far beyond the shadows of international intelligence.
feel like a lot of anything that you say to him while he's in his little coma is gonna come back at the end.
You return to the desk. Everything is right where you left it, including the pack of Suprema 100s. A flat surface, a folder with some loose paper. There's even a pen that's been left behind. Yes, it seems suitable. The real question is, can you write poetry anywhere? In just a few words, the worst failure of your life is reduced to bureaucratic shorthand. Previous assignment, Portofino 88 to 91. Network, whole sick crew. Operants, Cascade. Assets. A secret the Opera has elected to keep from itself. Impossible to tell. The redactions are very heavy. Obvious. The Opera wanted him to know what sort of spy he'd be working with. Most recent assignment, Novessa, 91 to present. Satellite Facility B. Status inactive. The folder shuts itself with a tiny sigh. Secreted neatly against the inner wall of the pack, just as you were once taught to do yourself. A crisply folded sheet of A7 paper. It reads: ZWS, JMXVB TW, AON, TRRA, KB, ZQYMUSGS. The missing companion to the one-time key you recovered from the trousers.
Now to make them kiss.
One-to-one correspondence between key and text. This is a Rosetta cipher. Your heart skips a beat. The pack slides nicely into your pocket, as though it always belonged there.
What's up, RFL? How you doing this evening?
Letter by letter, 6 words rise from a dark pool, then speak to you in an unknown voice. For Cascade, all will be forgiven. For Cascade, all will be forgiven.
We're currently in the middle of getting fucked by a storm, but...
A pretty thought, if it's possible. Your double isn't here to celebrate your decryption. The chair on which you found your double is empty. The day beyond the window beckons you outwards. There may yet be some forgiveness out there. ZWS, JMA. For Cascade, all will be forgiven. You plunge deep into
big
the
ol'
mirror
storm.
of your past.
Fucking internet and everything went down before we even started.
Knifes through you. Operant Holocene turns to you while walking through a street shadowed by soaring tenements.
Cascade, do you think you carry all your past lives with you? Or must the same life be broken and reassembled time after time? I often think a controlled suicide under a litany of psychoactive substances might be illuminating. The shape memory of a life versus a million deaths in a single soul.
A Lusian asset had sent a series of cryptograms for you to decode his whereabouts. The man was almost comically paranoid. Later, you found him dead, symbols slashed into every part of him. Holocene words haunt the air, a hypothetical that perhaps he would soon after be tempted to answer in the flesh, along with the rest of your crew. No. This file was supposed to be destroyed. Don't bring it back. You're dimly aware of words being committed to paper as more memories crash the windows of your mind. The past unspools itself. You're merely its servant at the wrist.
The terrible fate of all spies, Cascade. Powerless to change the prophecy, yet endlessly free to decipher its runes. Much like death itself. A prophecy and its runes before a human race of spies.
It is done. The page is filled. All that's left is the dull bruise of guilt and the loose memory blowing around you like a slow storm.
But is it good?
The raw materials are pristine. Any stylistic refinement needed is the editor's literal job. So technically, no.
Alright.
Time grinds along when you're revisiting old ghosts. Believe it or not, there are people who do this for free. You turn away from the desk.
Question is, do I rest? No, I should probably go work. I have enough alcohol and cigarettes to chew through, like balance out my stress levels.
Hello again. What'll it be? Have you bar-backed before?
You can only remember being employed as a spy. Hesitation, as she's caught between a need and a worry.
Fine. I can throw you some soul off the books. I just need you cleaning, bussing, nothing complicated, okay? Here. Start with wiping down tables.
The rag squelches in your hand, oozing grey-brown foam as you glide it over recently vacated tabletops. Fresh soap smell mixed with the sweetness of sticky mull, the sharp tang of alcohol. You dunk the cloth into the tub of lukewarm water behind the bar, but it dirties again within seconds. Dunk, wipe, oh.
Hey, it's been 4 hours. Take a break.
She's used to it. Stopping is almost harder than trying to keep up with the work.
Well, that damn fucking
Her
hoe.
mind continues to race, looking for things to wipe, unable to stop.
You definitely helped. Thanks.
Anxiety. Guess if we take a schnapps right now, we might be able to be fine.
You have choices.
Oh, no, never mind. That costs money.
Suit yourself. See you.
I don't know how this game progresses compared to Disco Elysium, so should I just go to bed now? Reset my entire anxiety, fatigue, and delirium? Disco Elysium, you had to do things on specific days, and if I'm not mistaken, you only had, like, what, 6 days to beat the game? You know what? Fuck it, let's find out.
The bed looks serviceable. Deformed pillows and a depression in the mattress show it has been used. Room for two. You were supposed to lie here alongside your double. He's got his own room now, and his own bed. This one is yours, should you ever want to lay in it. The anticipation of a decent rest pulls you towards the pillow.
Oh, right, because I also want to re-look at all the other shit.
Peeling wallpaper hangs above your bed. Uninspiring. Faded patterns. A great void of expression. A shadow from a passing aero tram crosses the wall momentarily, as if the city itself is winking at you. The woman and her coffee watch over you. Mysterious. Knowing. Bergman watches on approvingly as you secure his position. You step back and survey your decorative efforts so far, paper on paper dwarfed by the enormity of the void that surrounds it. You've been starved of art, of color, of life for 5 years. It's more than nice. The wall feels less dreary as you turn away from it.
Alright, so what checks can I make sure that I actually get now? Door to Tempo's office is still being listed, even though I've already cleared it. I don't know why.
Didn't work, did it?
His lip is swollen from impact. Hair standing rigid with overzealous wax, a cloud of cheap spray on citrus, and right beneath, fear.
Otherwise, she'll call me a cunt, like always. She's not medical board. Nobody's medical board. I'm just monitoring comings and goings, alright? I have a job to do. I can't say she'll murder me.
Sounds like teen nonsense. Leave it be for now.
We mean leave it be for now.
Okay. What? Yeah? Tried once. He screamed at me about board narking and threw what looked like, dunno, something supposed to be internal at me. Kidney-like. Would have been pretty cool if he wasn't such a mad freak. Whatever. Yeah.
Hey guy, how long are you gonna stand here like this?
Back for the gruesome finale.
I'll do as I very well please.
Back for the gruesome finale.
This is risky business. And it was risky.
It's bureaucracy versus insanity in this arena. You have to go off script for this. Way, way off script.
Yes?
You lift the bottle to your lips. Your gag reflex activates. You puke into your mouth, swallow it, almost puke again.
Ha! Pathetic. I have seen actual children in Party Alley consume drugs with more dignity.
The vapors hit your nose just a second before the liquid hits your tongue. Please.
God damn it.
No.
Well, at least my fatigue, anxiety, and delirium is pretty much reset.
Maybe you are a bored narc.
Well, you're not bored, that much is clear. With what they have on me, those spineless bureaucrats would sooner self-amputate than take a risk on an unknown substance on my desk. Don't get me wrong. You're a narc of some kind. Watching you struggle through that measly sip dispersed any old remaining doubts. But you're not bored. For now. But be warned. One whiff of bored fuckery and gruesome public suicide is back on the agenda.
The doctor doesn't appear any more professional behind the desk than he was on air.
Now tell me, where does it hurt? He's dead. Forget about him. Who's the unfortunate? Let me tell you something about colleagues, sister. By and large, the most vile species of sniveling, rule-following, authority-sucking vermin ever to stain this earth. Second, perhaps only to medical board inspectors.
You don't have conclusive proof he was not like that, at any rate.
You want my advice? Roll him up, toss him out in some hazardous waste bags before he starts smelling. All right. Walk me through it. Gut diagnosis screams ketamine binge, but I'm keeping an open mind. Any signs of injury, self-inflicted or otherwise? Meaning you didn't check shit? Great. See, nobody turns to a dish rag on a whim. Unless he's stroked out, there'll be a precipitating incident. Drugs, toxins, choking maybe. If he knows how to party. Found any needles around? Belt? Maybe a weapon? Strange how. Oh, who cares? Show me. Ultravioletta. Well, there it is. Mystery condition solved. Of course it was. This is a clear-cut case of LAS. Libidinal atrophy shutdown syndrome. Affects terminal virgins, unlaid husbands, and men exposed to overly uterine music. Tea drinkers too.
Oh yeah, can't forget the tea drinkers.
That is definitely 100% a real condition.
Yes, exactly. He heard music designed to fine-tune the estrogen production centers of prepubescent girls. And it destroyed him. Men are built to pursue, conquer, reproduce. Ergo, per annum, a quota of fucking must occur. His body is given up from neglect. Seen it 1,000 times.
I have to go with okay, so he's chronologically fuckless. What can we do about it? If I'm not mistaken, actually I can hit this button, right? Does nothing. Okay. Oh right, I disabled it.
The doctor opens a drawer and slides towards you a baggie with a small medical stamp inside.
Anti-last treatment. It'll wake up whatever's left in him to wake up. And if that doesn't work, end of the road, sister. Cut him loose.
I really don't think sexual melancholy is behind his condition.
This is a proprietary formulation, soon to be patented. That's as much as I can tell you. Neurostimulants, vasodilators, endocrine hormones, and other elements far above your medical competency. Home recipe, mama. I can out-erect any man, anywhere, anytime, dead or not.
Okay, Gonza.
No man likes ultravioletta. He's buried in the depths of erotic despair. He's so far down the hole, he probably doesn't even know what happened to him. Then you know nothing of sexual melancholy. But all right, let's pretend my expertise is worth fuck all. What's your working theory, Dr. Plainface? Next time, just say you don't know. Save yourself the existential despair. Really? All I'm hearing is that you don't have a fucking clue what happened or how to help him.
Unfortunately, in the midst of all his ramblings, he has discovered a point. It's unlikely this treatment will improve Pseudopod's condition, but you might learn something from it.
Of course I really think it. I prescribed it. Easy delivery. Just let it dissolve on his tongue. Good luck to you.
The site of some kind of humanitarian catastrophe. The surface of Gonza's desk is buried under unopened envelopes, pill bottles, loose syringes, and pens. Atop the pile sits a child's drawing of a two-headed horse and a crumpled note with a few scrawled phone numbers. The doctor's twitching, though watchful eye inspects you as you scan his mess.
Not my kid, before you get ideas. I locked down my own plumbing at 12. Quarterized and triple-tied vast deference. No one's trapping Gonza. Some junkie spawn handed that abomination to me after I treated his mom. Zero talent. Makes the women folk trust me. The non-barren ones, I mean. They're decorative.
Okay, I'll remember that if I ever decide to become a doctor. I'll just keep a bunch of loose syringes on my desk.
That's how the board gets you. Open a government threat and it becomes a conversation. Keep those things sealed. And then you have their fear. Bottled.
The doctor drums his fingers on the dirty desktop and stares bitterly into the middle distance. The teenage boy nods hesitantly as you approach.
Yeah? Whatever. Okay. I don't know. What?
Okay. See you around. I mean, that seems like a decent one. So if I suppress, that doesn't technically violate it, right? But I have to wait 12 hours to bring it back. Okay. I want to take this career up. No, I want to take spiritual auto surgery.
Have you even read yourself, Cascade?
What the fuck does that even mean?
The self is a text. Its meaning is not self-evident, even if you do live inside it. To understand it, it must be close-read, annotated, dissected, and subjected to several rigorous critical frameworks.
The book stays closed. It has a nice cover. What more do you need?
If done properly, very. There was a time when you were keen on reading beyond the surface. But then conformism intervened. You grew satisfied with a shallow idea of what you are.
Attempts have been made. 4 decades in, the text sports large underlined paragraphs and a fair amount of marginalia. None of this has rendered you any more intelligible.
Defector, spy, operant, miserable failure. These are all just cheap genre terms, a mask for the perfect impenetrability of the text. There are many methods, but the most reliable ones not tied to specific religious or psychoanalytic traditions involve disgorging your psyche onto the blank page and then contemplating the results. It's time to begin. Turn the scalpel inwards and then peer into the orifice you have made. Bolt of pain rips through your psyche. Soon, everyone will know what your innards look like.
I'm having a hell of a time remembering how to get around this fictional town that I've never been to before. Oh, that's what I'm looking for.
You find yourself before the This is Ginkgo lucifera, an old Lusian ginkgo, planted widely during the expansion of the old Illuminated Empire. The exact reason escapes you at the moment. Suffice to say, wherever you see one, it means that place once belonged to Leluz. Time passes, but you take no note of it. No one takes note of you either. To wider Keysock, you're simply a middle-aged woman staring at a tree. You let your vision decouple. The tree becomes a pleasing blur of light and shadow. It's all very aesthetic. The tree sways. A tram departs with a metallic groan. You leave the old...
What the fuck did I equip just for that? My boots. Okay, to the magazine office.
The intercom appears Nothing happens. Try again during business hours. It curls under the edge of your fingernail and slides off in... The revealed intercom clean. The edge of the canal, rusty in at its rungs. Darkened patches show where the water level was risen, lowered, then risen again. A lurch in your stomach at the sight of the drop. Your fingers itch for grip. The water's reddish tinge and oily distortions across the slick surface make it hard to see far. Wet cloth and iron dust. Foul. Chemical. Tiny silhouettes drift beneath the surface, darting in irregular arcs. The canal passes right under the building. It's an old waterlock, used to grant passage to boats and barges passing through. Looking at the device, you don't see a panel or switch. That would suggest a control room nearby. Like the one over there. There's a small
Yeah,
room
we
to
already
the
know
end.
about that.
Looking
Nope.
at the device.
Shit.
Like the one over there. There's a small room. The building above Lou.
Oh, so they don't open up until a day. I guess I should go make more money? Go work at the bar? Don't really think I have anything else to technically do at this moment, so...
Hello again. What to live? All right.
You scoop a pile of empty glasses into your arms, lugging them through the crowd and back to the deep industrial sink. More than once, your confidence is tested as a glass tips, another slips, and a drunk sticks a foot out in front of you as part of a dare. As soon as you've got them clean, another table beckons you to collect another set. They seem to wave to you from every angle, always asking. No, you keep going until there are no more glasses to gather. Before you know it, the patrons are clearing out, and another 4 hours have passed.
That was a busy one. Nice job. Drink up, quick.
Remember when my anxiety was like 0? I remember those days. It was pretty cool. I'm gonna go try this lock before going, because it should just be free experience, right?
The gate stands before you. Take the chain between the beak of our tool and crunch it dead. The chain resists, trembles, and collapses in a jangling heap at your feet. Regards from the gang. The metal creaks and gives way. The chain lies bleeding out on the cobblestones. In another life, it would have been a serpent.
Okay, so there's another one, and if I could pass that one with a 91, then I'm not really gonna consider myself with the other one, because I can just use that as a... You know what I'm thinking.
Bonjour, bienvenue. Welcome to the Noscarentes review.
Completely forgot we didn't even talk to this woman.
Knitwear ensemble, sensible boots, a collection of beaded necklaces. She smiles shyly as you take her in.
That's me. Anything you need sub-editing, just let me know and I'll try my best.
A plucky literary aspirant, grinding away experience in the hallowed hall of art.
That's what the lead editor keeps telling me too. Thanks for the encouragement. So, how can I help you? It's Deal. You're so contemporary. It's a poetry quarterly, small batch press, mid-tier distribution. Hai is really the person to talk to if you're looking for a mission statement, not me. I was assigned here as part of a sponsorship grant. That is who employs me, yes. She teaches me so much. I'm so lucky to be here. She's the best, really. So I see, and hear. I'll pass your review along to the editor-in-chief.
I'm gonna go talk to her now anyway, so...
Ah, hello again.
Before, she mentioned the magazine's sponsor is the Civilization Trust. It suddenly seems highly relevant that you recognize the name.
Oh right, because I failed this 91 the first time around.
The Trust is a well-known front organization founded and financed by it. Ding ding ding. Correct. The Trust is nothing more than one of the many fronts for l'Empire sans territoire. Patrons of art, for any other sake but the art.
Yes, the Emter people. You can't move in the art world without brushing against it. The patronage of the Trust is the sole reason for the existence of dozens of magazines, theaters, and newspapers. Quite right. Unfortunately, the number of people who feel that way is constantly dwindling. Have you noticed recently what passes for art out there? Twinkly L-pop foolishness, seizure-inducing cartoons, adults eroding their wits with rubbish made for the prepubescent. Culture is like air. It's very easy to take it for granted until one is cut off from it and left gasping on a cold floor. Oh, there's no catch. They're just very attentive. No, it's good, actually. To know someone's always over your shoulder, double-checking every word. Liberating, in a way.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
The sub-editor smiles over at you both, twirling her red pen.
Yes, it's nice, isn't it?
The woman gives you both a little wave, a delayed smile just behind it. That sub-editor is an Emter operant for certain, rank unknown. And your movements. Pause for a moment. Take a step back to examine what you are seeing. It's staring you in the face. Emter has repurposed a secluded building as a magazine office and installed advanced security. An exact match for what Hausman told you to look out for. It appears that this whole operation is a front for the secret jail. The prisoner must be somewhere behind that door at the back. There's only one way to be certain. Go down there yourself. A successful poem submission might be the simplest way of getting through that door. There's always the dangerous option. Express delivery. Suit yourself. But if you find yourself out of options, the payphone that disappears people isn't going anywhere.
Good point, Nerve.
Or you could case the rest of the building to see if there's an alternative way down there.
Perfect. Sorry about that. Storm going through and my dog like came running up and was standing in the doorway. So I had to shoo him back down to the girlfriend. I'd like to submit a poem.
Good. As long as...
She takes your work and examines it, vocalizing each verse with increasing volume as she goes.
Well? The material is there. I can't deny that. There are signs of craft.
The editor-in-chief gives you an encouraging smile.
Now, I will elevate your piece to the craft standards of the Noscorentes Review. Could you get the door for me, please?
Of course, Haya. In fact, why don't I take this one? I could do the practice.
Oh, okay then. If you're both sure about this...
I'll make sure I pay special attention to the syllable length and stress patterns, Haya. Why don't you head to my downstairs office and I'll be with you shortly. I'll just make...
She touches the red pen around her neck and smiles.
Luck is for those without the necessary talent. At least, I have more time to go over these proofs.
The metal drawer slides out nearly soundlessly, revealing rows of official-looking folders. Be fleet of foot, operant. Your enemies are onto you. After a moment of rifling, your fingertip catches on a sharp edge. The culprit is a large beige folder, labelled Visitors, notated. What a footfall for a two-person magazine office. Strangers in grainy black and white stare back at you. Under each photo, a terse itinerary. Visitor, date of arrival, date of departure. Each of them seems to have left the same way. Flight D153 to a regional airport in Ile-de-Serres. There were reports of a ghost site labor colony on Ile-de-Serres that the Opera took seriously. Operant's cylinder, status lost, was convinced MTER were behind it, though he could not ultimately prove it. Going by the dates, their visitors don't tend to stay long. This is a liminal space. Your time may be limited. You look for any young woman by the name of... Oh, obviously a stage name. She could still be in here somewhere. You bend your arm at an uncomfortable angle and press around at the deepest part of the drawer. Nothing. Not even a lost paperclip or bent staple.
Well, I mean, at least they do their paperwork well.
The drawer's base makes a thin rattle, not the hollow echo you were hoping for. You pull your hand back from the standard issue cabinet. Files crowd over the gap you made. You skip through the stack until your eye catches on a man's face. Mid-60s, eyes blown up by milk bottle glasses. The last time you saw him, he was smiling at the camera. He isn't smiling here. He looks exhausted and grubby, crumpled at the corners. Visitor Krantz Eno. Date of arrival 4/3/96. Date of departure 4/18/96. Flight D513 to Ile-de-Serres direct. Notes. Prolonged interrogation. Mostly unsuccessful, until daughter threatened. Gone. You have found someone who isn't really here. It disappears soundlessly into the stack. The metal rattles. The metal drawer be fleet of foot operant. Enter Cascade, delver of secrets, dismantler of clerical assets. The files blur, then your fingers pause, your conscious mind catching up a split second behind. S.D. Newitz, head of human capital, Emter, a familiar name, stamped in green ink. The past descends with talons. Your old asset, S-Doc, still draped in the same cover you left her in, with one new styling. She is fastened to her cover, mutating with it. The mask has become her face. Unbearable dissonance reflected back on itself, synced in and phased out. S-Doc, status alive, alignment unknown, presume bad faith. An address listed in the housing campaign to the north of Party Alley. No house number given. Names over numbers. Old school community. Existing in plain sight. Courageous. You store the file in the cabinet, and the information for later use. The metal rattles against it. The heavy steel door contains a single small window. Next to it, another brand new intercom like the one upstairs. As with anything that talks in this city, it is emblazoned with the blue Renotel logo. Heavy condensation is obscured through layers of glass. Nothing can be seen here. In the domain
Don't want to press
of
on the
shadow
button.
and
I'd rather
smudge.
walk away.
You hear a brief static crackle.
Thank you so
that
much
fades
for
out
the
to leave
follow.
the ambient hum of another room.
Louis fine?
You hold your ear to the box, living electricity buzzing along your ossicle bones. Somewhere in the amplified quasi-silence, there's a distant rustling, perhaps breathing.
Don't you people ever tire? The communists. Intriguing. I can barely make you out through this little viewing slot.
It's better that way. Think of me as a ghost in the intercom.
All right, Spirit. Do you have a name? That's not a name. That's a falsehood. Herschel. Very good.
You already have a name for him, even if it's a fraudulent one.
Impressive. Though under the circumstances, I'd say poor Dante is more appropriate.
The outline begins to ripple with colors, gestures, tones, the viscera of voice and name.
They turn off the lights here at night. No windows. Don't tell me about trouble. If you're from the opera, you must be Tempo del Sur's well-connected friend.
A knot of tension forms between your eyes. Once again, you're a step behind. Where is that sub-editor? When is she going to spring the trap? A wave of static crashes over the line.
Good for you. Whether that's good for me remains unseen. You could say we're both servants of culture. The Ministry maintains relations with a number of men like your unfortunate friend. Allies against Emter's ridiculous culture blockade. Boo-hoo-hoo. That's what I say to that.
I just thought you'd want to know.
Thank you for the update. Briefly, I was making a personal call from one of those infernal payphones when two men bundled me harshly into a tuk-tuk with a rough sack over my head. Soon after, I found myself in this waterlogged hell. I might have gathered, for an entity devoted to human flourishing, MTER seem indifferent to the conditions of actual humans. How very liberal.
Heard you and Tempo had some kind of massive deal going.
For a moment, nobody says anything. Green water sloshes about your feet.
Tempo assured me the opera were enthusiastic about the terms, despite the risks involved. Are you telling me that was not the case?
Here it is, the side deal. First of several, potentially. A long, crackling sigh fills the room.
I procured for Tempo del Sur an extremely rare device. The only one of its kind outside the Illuminated Empire. Of course you did. I smuggled it out of the Empire in my own diplomatic bag. Our friend was very insistent on this point. His end first.
A detail the girl Yana conveniently left out. You need to confront her about this.
But tell me, if Tempo is no more, what has become of this extremely rare device? Teenagers. Somehow both appropriate and terrifying. Not that it's any concern of mine just now, but I would not leave such a thing unaccounted for. That is what he called it, yes. I told him not to repeat it. It's a prototype for a new bootlegging device. I would tell you all about it, but really it's best to see for yourself. Not that many, only the big ones.
What laws does it violate? Just every one you don't want it to.
It's not easy to leave the Illuminated Empire. Tempo promised he would call in certain favors. Alas, only one of us got what we bargained for. The Illuminated Empire isn't big on forgiveness. We're more about the violent reordering of reality. Different value systems. There's a ritual in motion, Herschel. One I suspect you've got an important part to play in. Soon there will... Wait!
The phone line hisses and goes silent. Is this the sound of the trap springing? There won't be one. You're in it for the duration.
Apologies. I had to attend to a personal matter. A large rat swimming along the floor of my cell. It's not too hard to drown them usually. This one was just very oily. Right, the reason you're here. There's a very important man on his way to Portofino as we speak. His name is Facundo Reyes.
Minister of Mass Culture for Lelou's, political theorist, suspected war criminal, architect for Lelou's meteoric cultural rise. As of this year, 26% of all media originates from Lusian-affiliated distributors. Weekly textile shipments from Lelou's to the developed world, 1.5 million tons. Estimated age, mid-70s. Known photos, 0. While his influence is immense, Reyes himself remains an unbroken cipher, despite repeated attempts to crack him. Halbert, zeroed out, 71. Redacted, declared null entity, 74. Sediment, zeroed out 76. Vapor, lost 81. Comfort, zeroed out 86. Like all the opera's great enemies, Facundo Reyes is referred to primarily by his epithet.
To his friends, he's still just Facundo. Cool is an alien concept of illusion, mind. A bourgeois transvaluation of what used to be recognized as wretched and ignoble. But then I become wretched and ignoble myself. So perhaps I'm cool as well. Secret treaties, matters of mass culture, all to be discussed.
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, why would enter...
Fun stuff. Leagues above your station, sadly. Missing pop star. Who do you mean? Ultravioleta. Missing. This is grave. Very grave. An incalculable blow for humanity. Spoken like one with the emotional register of a child. Sad doesn't even begin to encompass the loss. Just one question before you scurry back to your masters. Will it be you escorting me to the superblock? Or should I...
What might have begun as an inhale of breath transforms into a static roar that fills up the audioscape. The edges of your eyes begin to burn, pooling at the back of your mouth, an unpleasant taste. Petroleum? If there is an answer, it reaches you only in the electromagnetic language of antennas and far-reaching transmission devices. Footsteps right above you, coming this way. In the open doorway stands the sub-editor. You can just make out the shine of a red pen, held aloft, dagger-like.
I have decided I'm uneditable. Nope, I'm editable.
Cold liquid snatches at your steps like wet hands as you run towards your only hope at escape. A crackle on the water's surface, then something seizes your ankles, then your whole body, as the world blackens.
Hello again.
The copy editor taps her red pen against the side of her face and stares at you unblinking.
Here's what you were so desperate to see. Verdict. A confession. I've never really cared for poetry. Excessive sincerity makes me uneasy.
You're beginning to suspect this woman has no copy editing experience whatsoever.
No, it's okay, cold reading game. I already knew that. Thank you, but...
Let me try something. Does this feel good?
She runs her thumb over the pen, teasing its mechanical tip. Cold, crackling spikes of electricity run up and down your spine from focal points on your back. 10,000 needles across your skin. You're wearing epidermal electrodes, contact points for a remote electroshock device. Sick.
There are conductors in the water too. You got a mouthful of it when you blacked out, actually. I cleaned it out for you. Say thank you.
You always have to knock people out before they'll let you touch them?
No, I just prefer people when they're floppy, compliant dolls.
A click beneath her thumb and a jolt of pain tears through your skin, sharp and sudden. Fuck, Scattergang. No arms off. Run.
I am an interrogatrix for l'Empire Sans Territoire. Who are you?
Summon a persona. Concede nothing. Validate less. Cascade can slip out behind the human-shaped facade. Say nothing, and she will know nothing.
Using our cover as cover. How fun. Let's see how good you are, shall we? Who won the Nos Correntes prize for Best Original Hexameter this year?
Trick question. Hasn't been decided yet.
Désolé, Lapinette. You already lost your chance.
God
it went to some
damn it.
tedious old gnome named Arthur. I had to read it. I had to say it was good. What is meant by the term ekphrasis?
The description of a work of art as a literary device.
Ugh, right. Can you believe they have a word for that? Is writing the thing not enough?
Her smile changes, grows crueler.
How does it make you feel when you read your poetry?
Awesome. You're the best poet of all time. You read it to yourself aloud every morning. She giggles, canine sharp over her tongue. Her thumb hovers over the pen, taunting you. No, no, not again. Click. Your body spasms, your joints strain. Microscopic sinews tear in your muscles.
So, let me run my working theory by you. You're opera, right?
Your right eye twitches.
Thought so. I let you talk to our prisoner because I thought he might be chattier with you, and that you'd break more easily than him.
The situation is dire. An advanced cognitive maneuver could turn her own weapon against her. The old Remembrancer designation was fellow traveler.
The old Remembrance designation was fellow traveler, yes.
Fine. I'll give you one question. What would you like to know?
The door cracked open. Pull a seam of worthwhile information through. Do not waste this opportunity on some personal frivolity.
Are you trying to be psychological?
She smiles, caressing her pen. She's unlikely to give away anything you can use, but she's clearly pleased by the question.
Playing a game with my sister in a land far away. We'd tell stories and add a little bit of make-believe. You'd win if the other couldn't work out which part was real. Oh no, she's very good, my sister. Lacks the ambition to use it though, sadly. Naughty. I said one question.
Click. Your body shatters. Your interrogator doesn't even notice. Despite the summoned spectre of fate, the voice on the other end of the phone. Impossible to say. She's very far away from you though. Of that you are certain. She is checking her hair in a darkened window. Into a world beyond you, leaving her armor, the headset, dormant behind. She takes a final look in the black window and for the death of a moment sees your face. Or what she thinks of as your face caught behind it. Far above her, rain darkens the concrete of Novessa.
Where have you gone? Come back to me.
Click. Your muscles seize. Your head careens. You sink back in the chair and widen your thighs, taking up more space, cutting loose.
Captivating. You are a strange one, aren't you? You're as much a poet as I am.
Slanderous.
One more question on that. How does a poet end up getting shot in the heart?
A memento from the protests in 81. The bullet by your heart. The one that can move an inch and kill you. Gunshot victim D. Long-range penetration. Anterior left chest entry wound with surrounding burning stain. No exit. Extraction impossible without death. She was scouring your body while you were out.
How cinematic. I hope the bullet isn't making the electricity worse on you. Very tough on the chest cavity.
Thick. A fresh flare of agony rattles along your bones. Your mouth so wide that it tears your lips.
Who are you?
Come on! Nice.
Hold your mask firm and remember your lines.
No, you are not.
Her thumb hovers over the pen. She hesitates, then snarls.
Pardon, pardon. It's been a tiring day, Lapinette. 2 missing negotiators, 1 found operant.
MTER's lost track of 2 negotiators. Very good to know.
Oh, shut up.
She stares at you, lips parted, eyes alight. Her thumb roving gently over the pen.
You are a communist spy. What is your name? Do you have any affiliations outside the Operant Bureau? What makes someone a friend? Are you currently on assignment in theater?
Here you can tell the truth. Confuse her. She frowns, taken aback.
Interesting. You weren't lying there, were you, Lapinette? That doesn't seem to be going very well for you. That face under your mask, is that your true face? Why did you peel the plastic off the original?
It felt good.
Do you really believe the things you say? Do you find me attractive? What does the opera want with the prisoner?
She taps the pen gently against her lips, sending tiny little jolts through the conductors on your skin as she does. Electric kisses.
Not bad, but not particularly good either. And now we're out of time. I could break you eventually, you know. But someone intervened on your behalf. Your own personal star. Toute chose qui existe en dehors de l'Empire est une chose sans valeur. Goodbye.
I'm gonna have to sleep for like 2 days after this shit.
Click. The world drops you like an old toy. You wake to blurry vision, thudding ears, and a dull ache in your lower spine. The setting sun is hot on your face. Purple light spots are burned into the back of your eyelids.
Put me on someone's couch. Pretty decent considering the torture.
The couch doesn't belong to anyone. It is the couch of the city. As much a part of it as any building, any crossroads, any patch of slate grey sky. Someone is standing nearby, watching you. Your eyes realign and find a young girl staring at you, chewing a lock of her own hair.
Over there. I don't know. I just found you asleep.
The girl nods seriously and gives you a little thumbs up. A derelict beach, a grey canal, and the Noscarentes Review building, less than 50 meters away, up the hill beyond the waterlock. The city looms behind you like a titan. This is the Keysok Quarter, by way of the southeast roundabout. You didn't move at all. Someone else did it. Lifted you up and dumped you here.
I was with my dad, but he had to go grown-up fishing. He said I could take the tram home all by myself.
It will be dark soon.
Can you help me with something? I need to get this knot undone.
The girl holds out a small hook tangled in fishing line. You take the hook and its clot of near-invisible wire. You can't shake the feeling of being watched. Each curtained window in this city could be an eye. Double, lost in theatre, status captured, interrogated, loyalties non-existent, conclusion, failure, brackets inevitable. Your hands are trembling. A child is asking for your help. Focus. It's a haphazard tangle of wire, formed on the universe's whim. Still, it conjures up an uncomfortable feeling in you. Your wrists burn, the skin chafed, your shoulders ache from the pull.
Mantis shrimp, but they move pretty fast.
You pick at the wire, your fingernails slipping off the fine thread. Here and there, you make progress. Tougher than it looks. Just cracked a little, barely noticeable among the rest of the fractures.
Are you okay? Did something happen to you?
It's possible I'm dead at this moment. You're a very enduring psychopomp.
I just want to catch some mantis shrimp. But you seem so...
You tug on the last loop of thread. The tangle vanishes as the hook slips free.
Cool. Thanks so much. Oh, yeah. The man told me to give this to you.
She holds out a clot of folded paper. It appears to be an origami rendering of some kind. An anatomically correct human heart. Contoured, dynamic, expressive. A shining example of the form. Or at least it would be, if it hadn't been subjected to the inside of a 10-year-old's pocket. Easier, yes, but less fulfilling.
The man with no heart.
Yeah, I already figured that with the whole thing being a heart.
Houseman, the null persona.
Yeah. Is he your dad? Oh. Maybe you're old too.
Thanks.
The flattened paper reveals a handwritten message within the shape. Big ticket item about to hit the organ block. Opening bids already coming in by payphone. Party alley, west side. Who will we say is calling operant? Below the scrawled text, a childlike drawing of a heart, coloured in red. Houseman no doubt organised your release from the jail.
Nope. The heart That is pretty. Maybe it's like a prize? For what?
Your gaze instinctively turns north, towards the fog and colour of Party Alley.
Now I'm half naked on the
Smart
beach.
payphone then. It seems someone will be waiting for you on the other end.